Let's look at how we can adjust the height of the lever arms. Once the arms are installed on our rack, you can see that we have two pins, we have a handle and another security handle here at the back. Okay, so when you adjust the height, first you unlock the security handle and then you grip the lever arm here. Of course, make sure it's not loaded because it's quite heavy. Now with this pin, you just pull it out and you can adjust the height. Okay, now if you want to put the lever arms all the way down, once you're here, you see they kind of get stuck. This is why we have this other pin which hold the lever arms vertically. And now you can put them all the way down, you have them on the floor, and now you're ready to perform your movements like deadlifts, lunges, rows. Same thing when you go up, you unload the lever arms, use this pin all the way up. Make sure don't forget the security handle, and the lever arms are again ready to use. Now here we have a little bit different setup from the previous one. Now we set the safety bar a little bit down, and again we use the pin to lock it. Handle is on the same place, and now also the pin for the bumpers is here on the lever arms. So this will again give you a different feel. You will target the muscles from different angle, but again basically the same exercise, just the positioning of the weight, it's a little bit different. Okay, so again, just play around a little bit, you know, where you position yourself, where you position the handle, or where you can position the pin, but you know, basically those are all the fundamental setups. Hope you will enjoy using our lever arms. Okay, so let's look at how we adjust and mount the handle. Usually the handle will be on the inside, so just go through the hole and just screw it like this so it gets really tight, right? That's it. Now storage pin goes on the outside of the lever arm. Here you can even place it lower, depends what you want to do, how you want to adjust the levers. Bam, like this. So here is where you put your weights. Bam. And here is the handle for all your movements. Okay, when you have the lever arms on the rack and you want to use bar, so you want to rack the bar for basically any squat or press movement. Here, one thing you have to do is unscrew the pins and the handles, so it's just the lever arm. And then for your squats, for example, you want to have the lever arms all the way up, and don't forget to unlock them with our security handles so it doesn't wobble. Now, usually you know on which height you have your hooks on the upright. Now you have just the lever arm in front, so it's really easy to find the right height. For me it's 26. Bam, I'm right here and I'm ready to do my squats. Now for bench press, for example, let's just unload it so it's not that heavy. Unscrew, handle. I know I have around 18, so I will position the lever arms a little bit higher. Around the 6 and the 5 numbers is where I usually put the hook. Bam, bam, and that's it. Now again, you can, adjust the height by positioning the hook up or down, or you can even then find your preferred height by adjusting the height of the whole lever arm. Okay, so that's how it's done. Okay, let's look at another setup where we actually put the safety bars on the lever arms. So here I want to put them on the hole number 10, just to get them as high as possible, like this. And of course you have to use the pin here, otherwise it will get loose to secure it. Okay, now we're gonna mount the handle here, so we can then do our rows, and we're gonna mount the pins on the last hole on the lever arms. It's quite easy, it goes fast. Check. Okay, now we can load the lever arms, lock it. Okay, let's test. So we have bench supported row, for example. Yeah. Let's look at how we can use safety bars to place lever arms a little bit in front, so you can do seated press, for example. Now, first thing, you have to lower the lever arms a little bit. So now here it's easier for me to use the other pin to get them upright, and now we have this free space here, so we can set the safety bar. Okay, I'll use extra security here, this pin, so it doesn't move. Okay, now I'm ready. Now I can let the lever arm go down. And I think for me, if I sit down, let's take the bench, this should be just the right height. Okay, so now here again you can play a little bit with your position. You know, if you put the bench just slightly back, you know, it's different angle that you're gonna press. So if I'm more in front, it's more vertical. If I go more back, it's more like a curve. So find your position. The main thing is that you can use the safety bars to get in these positions. Also for the bench press, for example, or flat bench press, again, you would just have to put everything a little bit lower, right? So let's just go quickly so you get the idea. Okay, I want to have the lever arm slower. Let's say number 11. It takes some time, but usually during the workout, you know, you will not do all the movements using lever arms. And you get used to it. Okay, so now this is much slower. I can, you know, lay on the bench. I can do my presses from the bench here. Or I can go even lower and do something also from the floor, seated position, stuff like that. Okay, now that we have our lever arms ready with the handles on the inside, with the pins on the outside, let's see how we load them. Put your preferred bumper. Make sure you lock it with the collar. Okay, so now the lever arms are basically ready to go. For your explosive push movements, here right? You can do presses, you can do it with one arm. All your rotational stuff is here. Now, if you have somebody taller, what you can do is you can put the handle and the storage pin, you know, a little bit higher. If you have somebody shorter, now what you can do, just be sure that here you don't have a lot of weight. You can adjust the height. Let's say I'll put it a little bit lower. So for me, for example, if you want to have this perfect angle here, it's better, right? I can push from here, right? Let's put it back up. All right. Now, if you want to do some press movements, again, you can look into the rack, and from here, again, you do all your press stuff. You can use one arm, right? So basically, that's how it's done for all your upper body movements. Now, okay, let's look at the bench. Now, if I want to do a bench press, first I adjust the bench, and it should be right in the middle, right? So here with the lever arms, you know, basically the lever arms, yes, they just move up and down. But then, you know, how you position your body, where you stand, how you position the bench, it makes a big difference on how you target your muscles. All right, so we're here. See, it's not quite in the middle. Adjust it a little bit. So now if I sit down here, right, from here, you know, okay, you can play with this, but again, it's a little bit too high. I want to have the handles here. So again, I will just adjust the height. Again, if it's like 20, 30, 100 kilos here, make sure you unload it first. For me, this won't be a problem. So I see it's number 30. Let's put this one also to number 30, like this. All right, so for me, that's perfect for seated chest press.